is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission.
Well, guys, we had an interesting day today. Now, I'm going to have to give a little background to those of you who are not aware of this whole YouTube thing that's gone on for a while. So, I'm going to try to do it briefly, and the people that know won't have any trouble understanding. But for those of you that aren't in the loop, to appreciate it, I got to tell you a little bit. There is, now this has been going on for quite a while, by the way, and to tell you the truth, until today I was totally bored with this subject. But there is a guy who has a YouTube channel that he calls Fraud at Wrangler. And the whole basis of his channel is he does not like the people that go out and do what is referred to as First Amendment auditing. And now the thing about this guy is he's useless. He's got nothing going for him. He doesn't do anything original. He sits there and he'll show videos of other people's work and then talk about what terrible people they are. He doesn't actually create anything. A little more background on him. He's a convicted felon. This is all public knowledge. He's a convicted felon. He was indicted for murder, but through some technicality that never went to trial. So we can't say that for sure that he's a murderer because it was never adjudicated. At one point, as I understand the story, he got out of jail, and there was a guy who likes to give convicted felons a second chance and gave him a job, and he went back and robbed that place twice. So that's just a little bit. And so now he lives in a room in his mother's house and does nothing except YouTube. And he has all these cult members who give him money to sit there and badmouth people who are actually out there doing things, creating actual content. And one of the things that, the reason he came to my attention is because of Finkel. You all know my buddy Finkel. He became aware of him, mostly because this Wrangler guy is stolen valor. When he started off, he was telling everybody he served 2 tours of active duty. He had 2 Purple Hearts, yada, yada, yada. I'm not even sure what rank he'd said. It turns out he failed basic training twice with some kind of injuries. One of them was a bee sting. I don't know. I guess there's a really big bee. Also, the story goes, and I'm not quite sure if this is all accurate. Why am I doing this? That he went to the VA and tried to collect benefits for PTSD because in basic training, the other guys would make fun of his shortcomings in the shower. Do with that as you will. But he's not really even a veteran because he never got out of basic training. He told the story that he was driving a Humvee 70 miles an hour through the Iraqi desert and got hit by an RPG. Although he never got out of basic training. And I don't know about the civilian models, but from all the reliable sources I've talked to, military Humvee will not go anywhere near 70 miles an hour. Anyway, so that's that guy. That's how I learned of him from Finkel, because Finkel, of course, is a real veteran and can't stand that sort of thing. And this guy is also always constantly, there's another veteran, a true veteran, Marine and Army, I believe it is. I know Marine for sure was right. Yeah. And he worked in intelligence. He goes by the name Stone Vet. And there's another guy, another auditor that this frauditor guy is always talking about. And he makes very disgusting comments about the guy's girlfriend and all this stuff. Anyway, so that's him. So a couple of days ago, your friend of mine, Finkel, posted a video saying that in a few days he's going to have the receipts, as those people like to call it, on an investigation into JJ. Now, you got to understand, over there at the Product Wrangler Cult Haven, his sort of constant co-host is a guy named JJ, is it Scarborough? I don't know. Anyway, and this JJ, by the way, is an elected jailer from Kentucky. I'd never heard of elected jailers, but it's Kentucky, right? And there's just all kind of funny things that's gone on with him, of where he supposedly gave confidential stuff to Wrangler that should not have been released publicly, and that. But I digress. So this JJ's a regular. Well, Finkel, by happenstance, got a hold of now this came about over a couple of days. Finkel was releasing different videos and saying that either Monday, Tuesday, he would have a DOJ report on somebody, an entity known as JJ. And it had to do with malfeasance with prescription drugs and all sorts of things. Well, now the little people over there in the cave that Product Wrangler lives in, interesting video that went around the one day was when Wrangler got off the air, and he has these people giving them these super chats. It's how they get money, and they buy memberships and stuff. And he forgot to turn his camera off or something. He walked out in the hall, and his mother said, "How'd it go?" And he said, "Oh, only got $90. That's not going to pay for much." So that's what he thinks of his little cult members, is they're, that's his sugar daddies. Anyway, so the people over there in the cult, mostly Wrangler and this jailer guy. Would you see what Finkel's doing? Oh, this Finkel, I don't know. He's going to get himself in trouble. Oh. And Finkel, in his videos, was saying he was going to be releasing this information on JJ, and it had nothing to do with any YouTube personalities. And a couple of times he showed clips of the cult people talking about it, and he said, "I don't know why they're getting so upset. I didn't say anything about Product Wrangler." And it kept coming and coming. And so today, we're just sitting here having a regular chat, and people coming in and talking, and someone said about, "Hey, did you see the latest thing that Wrangler said about you to Finkel?" And one of Wrangler's little cult people was there going, "You did now, Finkel? 2 felonies. You're getting charged with 2 felonies." And we were having to laugh at that because we were looking at the stuff that Finkel had said. And it's like, even though he had not actually used that guy's name, even if you could stretch it to call it slander, I was saying, no, slander is not a felony. Slander is a civil thing. This person's saying, "Oh, Finkel, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. You just wait. Just look at this video that they did." And so we looked at it, and it was like a 15-minute video, but it took about 7 days to get through the thing because Finkel kept pausing it every 10 seconds, going, "I never said that," or stopping to laugh at something stupid they said. Until finally it came to a head in that video where it showed this letter that this jailer guy over there said was sitting on the DA's desk. I think he said the DA, but the prosecutor's desk in his county. And who? Finkel was going to get extradited from Virginia to Kentucky over this. Now, we don't know if this was a real letter or a scare tactic thing, but anyway, the letter was supposedly this complaint. And I'll actually show you that.
Narcissistic.
Let him talk.
Let him talk. Okay.
Is in your attempt to intimidate the witness or participant in a legal proceeding, you are making up these charges that you know are false, that you know you don't have documentation to back up. Is put your ass in a pickle.
Oh, I'm in a pickle.
Allow me to show you how.
Okay.
And this, boys and girls, is the document that hit the prosecutor's desk this morning. Complainant info, J.J. Scarborough, 516 Hillcrest Drive, Brandenburg, Kentucky, 40108. Now, no, I did not just dox J.J. Scarborough's address. This is the jail address. And it goes on to YouTube channel name, Old Sarge Finkel, and then it has his actual YouTube address and Mr. Finkel's true name, identity, and address that is on the complaint was edited out before I received the document. As to comply,
you can say my name. Say my name.
Say my name.
Put my name in your mouth. Say my name.
With both, human decency and YouTube terms of service. And it goes on to talk about the garbage that he did in terms of what he has said about JJ. And I got to be honest with you, it is pretty pathetic. The links of which public safety, Chrissy, dumbwaiter, wife beater, will go and get to try to intimidate those that stand up to him legally. And I got to tell you, I think it's pretty pathetic on Finkel's part.
I'm laughing now, man.
That he would try to intimidate the participant or witness in a legal process, felony. His engaging in organized crime, felony. I know for a fact that that Kentucky is going to extradite. He is being charged with felonies.
Okay.
And it will be very, very interesting. I want to commend John Scarborough for his not bowing down, not backing down from criminals.
What did he say, John Scarborough? Is that what JJ stands for? Okay.
Must be.
I don't know.
I've seen
are you reading the document that he's got up there?
There you go. On April 21st, 2024, the above-mentioned channel owner made a community post on his YouTube channel stating that he would be providing documentation, which I will, relating to allegations, prescription drugs, drugs intended for use, illegal marketing and kickback schemes, marketing schemes to control behavior and conduct, unapproved uses of various drugs. All facts. The channel owner not only referenced me to this community post, but also created another video on April 22nd. I'm not really sure where that link goes to, stating they had documents to validate these accurate accusations, allegations. Also in this video, the channel owner stated he has documents from the Department of Justice, fact, relating to me. Wrong answer. Survey says 0. relating to me. This is what I'm talking about, these narcissists. It's all about me.
That's
Yeah, I have a
And now
video
I'm
for
gonna have
this
to do the big
afterward.
reveal. Now I'm going to have to do the big reveal. This self-centered son of a bitch thinks it's all about him.
Yeah.
I posted something on a channel. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Muckster.
Well, I was going to say, I got a video for this when you're done. A quick
Okay,
quick
all right.
snippet.
Read the rest of that. Read the rest of that sentence there.
Yeah.
Okay. Also in this video, the channel owner stated he has documents from the Department of Justice relating to me, me, being involved in child abuse. Au contraire. Did I say who? Okay. Wow, wow. The channel owner on several occasions has hosted live streams with a defendant, has several ongoing court cases in which I am the complainant. Okay. These live streams can affirm many false allegations. I feel the channel owner is creating these posts, videos, and live streams to influence my testimony. I don't even know you're testifying, bitch. Okay. In the ongoing court proceedings in Meade County, Kentucky, I also feel the channel owner is engaging in organized crime. Organized crime. Okay, I'm sorry, I laughed too hard. Organized crime. Where also feel the channel owner is engaging in organized crime as an accomplice by knowingly making false statements, posts, and threatening to produce false documents. The flash drive accompanied with this report contains all videos related to the above report. The videos in the original, unedited, formatted timestamps of allegations have been noted on a separate Word document. Bravo, narcissist.
All together now, you're so vain.
Now, I know nobody on the other side of this fence is going to believe me when I tell you this. Muckster was not aware that I was doing this and how I was doing it and why I was doing it.
I have no idea. I have no idea who JJ is.
Well, from the song he just played, I suspect that he is smart enough to figure out something that you fools did not. When I say you fools, I'm talking about the Kaiser Simps. This guy thinks I'm somehow in an organized crime syndicate with a channel called For Public Safety, and he thinks that I'm making it all about him when I'm talking about a DOJ document.
So,
into you.
Yeah. That's the whole thing that Finkel's going to be prosecuted on. And as you could see, Finkel was quite amused by it. Because they totally thought that Finkel had been talking about them for several days. And so, first of all, this like the You're So Vain thing. It's all about me. He has to be talking about me, right? That's part of it. The other thing I think of is, like one of the things they were accusing Finkel of is making up documents. So, the old adage of people, crooks tend to think everyone in the world is a crook. Why would they think that people would make up documents to try to get somebody in trouble? Is that the kind of thing they would do? Also, why, if they really thought that Finkel was going to commit a couple felonies with this, why didn't they wait until he did his big reveal, which was scheduled for Tuesday at 7, but it was moved up today? Wouldn't you want to see what he came up with so you could really hammer him then with his lies? Or were you trying to intimidate him because you were afraid of what he might actually have? I don't know. I can't read those minds. I mean, if I could, I'm sure it would be a very easy read, in the library, we had that little alcove over there with those big books that are real thinny, by Dr. Zeus and Mercer Mayer. I'm sure reading their minds would be about on that same level. But anyway, I can't read their minds, so I don't know that they were trying to scare Finkel from ever releasing any documents that they were afraid he might have. But let me just give you a little glimpse of when Finkel decided to do the big reveal, just exactly what he had.
Document. It is publicly facing. You know what? If you don't believe me, I'll put it right here in the chat. That is the link to this Department of Justice release on J.J. Johnson & Johnson, a company. They make shit. They sell shit. And all of those bullets I made, those very generic bullets, are about what the DOJ accused of and got settlements from. It's any day that begins with.
Yep.
I don't know.
The DOJ a few years ago was investigating Johnson & Johnson for irregularities. The, company that makes medicines. After all, Finkel kept saying it was about prescription medicines, right? Why would a jailer have been worried about somebody accusing him of the manufacturing of prescription medicines, the marketing of prescription medicines, the improper use of prescription medicines? How could a jailer have been involved in that? That made no sense. Why would he think it was about him? I don't know. You can figure that out for yourself. But anyway, we had a good time today. It was a goodie. Finkel deserves the trophy he got today. Those guys, hook, line, and sinker. And remember watching those old movies. I remember there's one with George C. Scott, and there was like The Sting, and there was a few. Was the one we were just talking about the other day with Ryan and Tatum O'Neal. About the old con men. They'd always say, "You can't cheat an honest man." Well, I mean, Finkel didn't cheat anybody, but somebody was suckered, and I kind of wonder. Maybe it's you can't sucker an innocent man? I don't know. Again, you be the judge. But that's it for Muckster, and peace out, Juns.